Hey there, I'm Shelley. Welcome back to the Biofield Hacker channel. As always, before we dive in, just a quick note, I'm not a medical, psychological, legal, or financial expert, nor do I claim to be. I hate that I have to give those disclaimers. People these days. Okay, let's chat. Just a quick note on the top of this video, I was called to write this one and do a video. So they'll be released on the same day on both my LinkedIn and this channel with similar thoughts. I really like the idea of it being your pleasure and your way that you decide to consume the information. I was always a huge fan of those choose your own adventure books as a kid, and I still embrace that same vigor for that philosophy as an adult. Love those simplicities in life that leave a lasting imprint on your heart. Everything's a choice. It's just all about free will to follow your own path. We have endless possibilities as adults, instead of those limited selections we get presented as kids. All right, I digress. Back to today's video. There's so many lessons and methodologies that nature can teach us if we just allow it to. It's something that's near and dear to my heart, and when I channeled this information, I was super excited. Everywhere I travel around the globe, nature has some huge component, and candidly, I always joke that the most important piece of living in my house is the outside instead of the inside. I don't really care about the inside, much to my friends and family chagrin. Anyway, in order to really see and hear the message, however, we need to tune out the distractions from nature. Be still, listen to your inner voice, and trust the subtle signs and signals from Mother Earth. The connection to nature is celebrated in many cultures across the globe. And if you really think about it, my guess is that you can find some snapshot of memories that imprinted on your heart that are connected to nature for you. When the world fell away and when you gave yourself permission to just be. I would argue that focusing on nature is one of the ways that you can effectively access your highest vibrations, your best energies. And the proof, not that you need it, can probably be found in one of those memories you were just thinking about. So how do you start connecting more to Mother Earth daily? How do you benefit from being grounded, seated, and connected to nature? There are so many ways to discover those lessons, signs, learnings, and subtleties that I was referencing earlier in the video. So let me take you through some examples. Think of animals, both the way they celebrate the present moment and the way they love. Cats are a great example, finding the sun shining through the window, stretching their little bodies to relax in it, staying still and soaking it all in. They stay in the present moment pretty well. And dogs, they're a great example of love. When they love, they're all in. They possess 100% loyalty. And they're always up for a great play session. Even adult dogs don't have any problems accessing their inner child with a quick game of toss. Or think about the confidence that you have in the surety of the unfolding of the dawn of a new day, every day. And how you can embrace that same surety with confidence and have heart in knowing, as Rumi so aptly put it, as you start to walk on the way appears. Storms can also be a great teacher. You know that the storms will end at some point, and with the cleansing that happened as a result of them, with a newfound appreciation of the sun. If you didn't have the rain and the cold, you wouldn't appreciate the stillness, warmth, and sun so much. Not to mention the magic of rainbows that sometimes appear. Think of mother hub trees. If you haven't heard of them before, I would recommend looking them up. I'm not a huge fan of botany myself, but found this whole topic fascinating when someone in Costa Rica explained the concept to me. In short, and I'll probably do a bad job with it, so look it up yourself. But mother hub trees are the oldest trees that nurture the youngest trees in the forest by sharing nutrients and warnings from their roots into the underground network to other trees in need. Younger ones are those that are sick. They're nurturing and tending to the ones that are weaker in the ecosystem, showcasing that philosophy that the sum of the whole is greater than the individual parts in actuality. What can we as humans learn from this? The land teaches us reciprocity. If we tend to it and water it and enable it to flourish, we'll reap the rewards of a harvest. Not to mention that it enables your basic needs to be met: food, shelter. We also have forgotten the sheer power and strength that the oceans and tides provide, the waters that can bring life and death, and the waters in the submerged ecosystems that provide beauty and healing. Also, change is constant, just like the seasons. So are the cycles of life. Winter is filled with death and hibernation, creating space for new growth and transformation in the spring, the igniting of the blooming, if you will. And let me share one that I heard from another YouTuber, Sassy Scorpion, that was a great reminder. Shifting sands create whole new landscapes. It just takes feeling your way into it and patience as they shift little by little. Each new wind brings new sands, and adding a little more each time the wind comes to the foundation. We've really forgotten to savor the stillness and beauty of the breaking dawn or vivid sunsets and the awe that they bring. We can allow those things and many other examples from nature to teach us about change and transformation. At the end of the day, with all the noise, we forget to just strip life down to its simplest elegance and understand that we are collectively entangled with nature. The air we breathe, the land upon which we walk, the animals that coexist with us. There's no separation. We actually need each other to survive and thrive. We've forgotten to quiet ourselves enough to embrace Mother Earth with gratitude, kindness, respect, reciprocity, and honestly, the reverence she deserves. Let's understand and really let it sink in that we need the air to breathe, the earth to survive, the fire to transform, and the water to thrive. For today's field hack, I'm just going to leave you with another quote from Rumi. If you choose to reflect on it and take it in and see what resonates for you, then fantastic. If not, I'll see you on the next video. And here's the quote. You're not a drop in the ocean. You're the entire ocean in a drop. So from my perspective, we are one. Act accordingly. Until next time, take care.